Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second game of the evening. It is still ECC, it is still Week 8, but it is not Division 1 anymore. We are going down one step to Division 2.1, where we have a really top match on our hands. The first, RiZe Esports, are facing the current second place, Ascension Draco. My name is still Machtfish, and I'm still joined by the wonderful Blue Wolf. How are you doing?
Yeah, I agree. My name is still Blue Wolf, and this is going to be the top of the top. You couldn't ask for any higher ranked teams. It's first place, second. It's the clash of the heavyweights. It's the best Div 2 has to offer. Both teams with the same record. They're both 6-1, and they're both looking to guarantee their place as top 2 with 2 games to go. The winner of it will definitely be in the top 2. The second place team, will be a little bit more ropey going into the final week. What are your impressions of the two teams?
I mean, honestly, before the season, when we did all the seeding and everything was still very fresh, I didn't really know where to put RiZe Esports. I knew they were good, and I knew they could definitely make playoff, but I didn't think they would challenge for top 2. Draco, of course, with old ECC legends such as Dennis and Cass, were a familiar side. You knew exactly what they were capable of. They have a new mate in Exonic, but they are still a very strong roster, and you were sure that they are gonna finish top 2. But with this game, it's gonna be a bit difficult if they actually finish top 2, because if, as you said, if they lose, top 2 is looking a bit more ropey than it is for the winner.
Yeah, especially considering who both teams are playing on the final day. They're both playing a team that is looking for contention to try and squeeze into that top 4. RiZe Esports, they'll be playing against the Cactus Squad on the final day. Cactus Squad, a team on the up. They've been stringing wins together, left, right, center. They beat Rocket Core Pluto last time I saw them. That was an amazing game. And then Ascension Draco, they'll be going up against ILV Forest Green, who are currently sitting in 4th place, and they'll be looking to try and stay in that spot come the end of the season. So a lot of pressure on both teams in this one. Which of the two would you side to? Because there's very little to separate them on the leaderboard.
That is correct, but I'm very torn because RiZe Esports is made of players from the German-speaking regions, so Germany, Austria. So I tend to side with them. However, I think, and I've said this before, if I don't vote for Ascension, then I believe that all of Ascension, especially Jez and the German ones, are gonna show up on my doorstep and gonna just smash my head in. So I'm gonna go for Ascension Draco. Also, Dennis, please don't fire me, please.
Well, it's a question of patriotism and friends. I have no friends, thankfully. That stops me having conflicting interests. So I think I'll go for RiZe Esports. Keep things competitive. RiZe Esports, they have been a great team. Their only loss came against Rocket Core Pluto, and even then, that was a 5-game affair, 3-2 defeat in Week 6, which broke a 7-game win streak. They have bounced back. They won their last game 3-1 against Team Revamp, and they'll be looking to start a new streak here with a victory against their promotion/playoff rivals in Ascension Draco. Who would you say would be the players to watch out for, as you're seemingly very familiar with both teams?
I'm thinking on the side of RiZe Esports, it's gonna be I think Broken to look out for. If he's playing, we never know before the game, obviously, but he actually is playing as he just joined the lobby. So I think Broken is going to be one to look out for. He's very mechanically gifted, and he can really set up his teammates very well indeed. And on the side of Ascension Draco, I think it's the linchpin Dennis, because if he's playing good and if he can get his rotation together, then Draco are very difficult, because he's that N'Golo Kante. If we were to see the comparison to football, he's sort of the motor of the entire team. If he plays well, there's hardly anything going wrong. But if he doesn't have a good day, then his team is very able to crumble. But up until this point in the season, he has good games. So if he can continue that one, I see RiZe Esports having a huge mountain to climb in Ascension Draco.
Yeah, you talked about Ascension Draco crumbling if one of their players didn't show up. I mean, they crumbled last game. Their only defeat after a 6-game win streak did come last week. It was against Azure Red. It was a 3-2 defeat, full 5 maps, but in the end, they narrowly lost that one. So they'll be looking to try and restore what was sort of taken from them. and get another win out here, they would be sitting 7-1. Always a nice score for the Germans. So I think maybe RiZe Esports, they'll be looking to try and get I'd say it's a historic German number.
It is a number rooted in German sporting history, and maybe they can get it. Both teams have now joined the lobby, and what do you say? How about we get this one underway?
I'd say let's go for it. Sure, why not? Let's end the talking. Let's start the playing. Let's see which team's Rocket League speaks for itself, as we are going to be getting into Game 1 right about now. It's going to be Snilks versus Cass on the first kickoff. And let's see how this one goes.
It is Sharky versus Cass on the first kickoff. And Sharky, actually, RiZe Esports playing with their sub today. In Sharky being their sub, Shadow couldn't apparently make it. So maybe that will have some impact on it, but they get the first bit of pressure as the ball comes to the middle to Broken. Sonic can make it clear, and Dennis tries to sneak it past Snicks, but he's not successful. He tries to keep on the pressure now, using the Draco wheels very appropriately with his team name. Now Exonic gets it on the backboard, goes for a double tap. Can he get the drop? He can, but Snicks jumps across the backboard, gets a great extending save, and gets the ball clear, but Dennis again putting on the pressure. He seems like he's on fire, and this is really important for Draco.
Yeah, Draco with the lion's share of the early pressure. 1 minute gone in this game, and they look like the team that's going to be... Or sorry, no, Ascension look like the team that's been in the lead so far. The blue side sweeping as a wave up the pitch, and that's actually a shot from Broken. He could have done maybe a bit better there. Ended up teeing up his teammate, but Sonic able to do enough to clear the ball away. So both teams trading blows so far in what will look to be a heavyweight clash.
Yeah, the heavyweights definitely not assessing their opponents, but going straight for the head punches. Now Dennis with difficult read. Can he get it? No, he can't. And Snicks has the read as an attacker. It's always easier. And now RiZe Esports taken, unlikely, won a lead.
Yeah, sadly missed from Dennis there. He's unable to clear it away. And Snicks, he's going to be capitalising that one like he capitalises the K in the back end of his name. He takes the early lead for RiZe Esports. They'll be looking to extend it there with the kickoff. Broken should be able to clear this one away. So once again, start that's going back and forth for both teams.
Yeah, and as RiZe try to nestle themselves in the opposition's half, Snicks against the corner, but it's got cleared up by Cass into the opposition corner. That's not a good touch. That's teeing up Exonic, and Exonic will make him pay. Never punished, not in this situation. This one is always punished by Ascension Draco.
Yeah, Snicks, the goal scorer, turns to the villain. He sets up Exonic. He's found the leveler for the Ascension Draco players. They're right back into this. They weren't behind for long. They're looking to try and extend a lead here.
Looking for extension now. Exonic has control, but he gets good challenge from Snicks there. Broken against Dennis now. Clashes in the air. Get for those Titans. Broken looking for the drop. Yes, get it, but it's against the crossbar from a very difficult angle. Now Dennis tries to get it around Snicks, doesn't do so, but Exonic is there to back him up. Broken into the corner, but Cass has got all the time in the world for pass mid. None of his teammates are in position though, so he's going to buy some time for them to get up in the corner. Gets it around one, but Broken has the wherewithal to get to the ball and not be faked by Cass. Now Snicks has the pace over Exonic. Tries to carry it forward, only as far as Cass, but the goal now is wide open. Can Dennis get it back in time? Yes, he can, but he can't make contact with that easy shot, and Sharky will put it in. 2-1 for RiZe Esports.
Oh dear, this is going to be a little bit worrying for Dennis. They've sort of had a cluey moment, not quite coming off for them in the saves in this game 1. Maybe a little bit of frustration might be setting in as they are now behind. The lead regained by RiZe Esports with another goal coming through. This time it's going to be Sharky. He's taking it instead of Snicks.
The ball is still in the half. Broken gets it in the mid to Sharky. Exonic gets control, gets it over Snicks. Dennis is there. He calls off Exonic. The shot is on target. The shot is good, but Broken is in the perfect position and gets the second shot from Cass as well. Now Snicks and Sharky up together, but the 50 is to the side. Now Snicks up to Broken. Gets it into the midfield, but it's only against the backboard, and now Cass can transition it out of defense for the Draco side so his teammates can get some boost. Sharky gets control, but gets 50'd by Exonic, who gets the ball again, tries to get it mid to Dennis, but the ball is a bit too fast for this one. The pass not to his teammate, and and RiZe Esports can reposition themselves in defense.
Yeah, a bit of a game of pinball at the moment. No team's able to really get some shots off. Oh my god, Exonic almost did a crazy own goal there with that aerial touch. Dennis was able to save that one. Ball is centered though, and Ascension Draco, they are living on the edge. RiZe Esports, they look threatening. They're looking to flick the switch and bring on their own attack. It's a shot from Cass. It's a little bit too far wide. It's broken. It's a game of counter-attacking Rocket League. Both teams able to just fly down the other end of the pitch and have shots after shots as Snicks finds one there for RiZe Esports.
Yeah, you said it. It's counter-attacking Rocket League. It's not really based on pressure or like wearing down your opponent. It's very much, okay, we have the ball and we're going to do a quick counter-attack and then retreat. So, and at the moment, RiZe Esports seems to be a bit more clinical with that style of play, as Sharky is caught a bit awkwardly in the corner, now broken, gets it mid, only as far as Dennis who takes the shot. Sharky has to avoid the bump from Cass, and Dennis will put it in 2-all with 48 seconds left on the clock.
Well, that's going to be some redemption from Dennis. A great shot straight into the center of the net. Snicks unable to rise high enough to prevent Ascension Draco, crawling their way back into this game, and they could still take this one. There's still enough time on the clock, and they definitely have the quality to do so, and they'll be looking to come out of the blocks early here with an attack.
Yeah, Dennis puts it into the sidewall, gets a good 50 on it, tries to look for Snicks, but to no avail. Broken clears it out. Now Exonic in the air. Flip reset. Got plenty of time. Double flip reset, maybe no, but there's a defender, gets a touch on it. It's Dennis Cullen with the drop shot. Can't make it into the goal. The drop's too high. The bounce shot, a good idea here in this situation, but it bounces up too high. Now Sharky is up for a weird angle as Dennis sees to the third man too far up front. Can Snicks get a touch to it? No, he can't. Now Exonic is up again. He's got the mechanics. Does he have the dunk? No, he's not, but Cass is there to back him up into the far corner. Broken comes down from the ceiling, and the ball now on the goal line, but Snicks with the save, last second save, and they now just have to get it into overtime.
Yeah, it seems like RiZe Esports, they need to let the ball hit the ground. They were under the cosh there, and they've managed to somehow get through it. They've ducked and weaved one time enough, and they've taken it to overtime, but it's an overtime where Ascension Draco, they smell blood in the water, and Sharky is going to have to try and save his team there as Exonic's shot is saved on the line by Sharky. Great save by him. It's a follow-up save from Snicks, denies Dennis. The shot down the other end of the pitch is going to be saved by Cass. So at the moment, it seems to be all Ascension Draco. Oh, that could have been a quick turnaround from Sharky off the ceiling, just about saved by Exonic. So end-to-end stuff here. Either team could take it.
End-to-end stuff, and both defenses coming out with incredible saves in the first 30 seconds of this overtime in game number 1. Remember, it's not like we're in game 3 and both teams know exactly what they're doing. It's still game 1. It's still early doors. Dennis now with the pass mid to Sharky, who easily reads that one out. Exonic gets beat by Sharky, and that might be in. Yes, it is. It doesn't hit the crossbar. Sharky has the speed and puts RiZe up 3-2 as they take game number 1.
Goal by Sharky. He beats Exonic on that touch and perfectly placed into the roof of the left side of the net, and RiZe Esports, they're going to rise above Ascension Draco in this game 1 and take the lead in the series, which looks so unlikely. They were conceding so many shots at the end of regulation time. Some excellent saves coming out. I think it was, how many is that? Quick maths is failing me. I think it's 12 in total between them, just 2 on the other side, but RiZe Esports, they're going to receive their just rewards for managing to keep the ball out of their net.
Yeah, 12 saves from RiZe Esports from Ascension Draco's 16 shots to 7. So definitely had the offensive pressure, but the saves from RiZe were good enough. And the sub coming out as the match winner in game number 1, 2 goals, 4 saves, really good performance from him. And now Ascension Draco need to somehow find the accuracy again and find those scoring opportunities, because if they continue to be wasteful like that, RiZe Esports is going to make them pay.
Would you say that you expected a substitute player like Sharky to have some teething problems, to use an awful pun, which we'll hopefully quickly forget about as we're quickly going into game 2? It's going to be RiZe Esports with a 1-0 lead going into this one.
I feel slightly disappointed by that pun. However, I'm used to it. If you team with MC, you're going to get used to it. As we go into game number 2, now Cass looking for Dennis up front, but the pass is, well, for lack of a better word, shit. So it's going to be cut out by the RiZe Esports defenders. He tries again, but Sharky is onto that one in front of Exonic. Now Dennis gets the cut out. Exonic with a redirect. Dennis tries for the hard read on the defender, and now Cass is left all alone, but Dennis will help him out here with the demo and his positioning in mid. Exonic takes over that position. Cass stuck with 0 boost, so he can't really turn and challenge anything. He has to retreat, go back as there's Snicks going for Broken, who looks for a pass to Sharky. The miss in defense is not going to be punished this time because Sharky thought that was a clear hit and that was an easy hit, so he already aborted that one. He had trust in the skill of his opposition, and if there's one thing you should have, it's not that.
Yeah, it's end to end again. This is shaping up to be a great game. Both teams showing us what they're capable of. They're the cream of the crop in Division 2, and both of them, they're looking for an out of it, as it seems to be Broken leading the charge with that attack. That's bounced awkwardly off the ceiling, easily enough found by Cass. Lego makes things a little bit awkward. Oh, it's a miss from Dennis. That could have gone in. It's a little bit closer. That's a save from Cass. The follow-up from Broken a little bit too high. Is there going to be a third follow-up? Not quite. Two players caught retreating. Sharky and Snicks, that was. It seems that Ascension Draco, they should be able to clear their lines here.
Yeah, and Exonic just helping his teammates to grab the boost with a high looping ball into the middle. Now Cass takes control in his own corner, is challenged by Sharky, gets it over 1, gets it over 2, but Broken already in position to take control of that one. Puts it into the side, into the back corner, not really under control, but gets away with it for this one. Now Sharky clears it, but it's only as far as Dennis, who's already up with a pass to Exonic, who puts it on target, and this time Broken can't get to it. The defense is broken, the deadlock is broken, and Draco take the 1-0 lead.
Well, they just stoked up pressure for the first 2 minutes, and like a spring, they have sprung and they've attacked and found the lead. Exonic it was, flying through the air, acrobatic finish, puts his team ahead into game 2. They're looking to try and find themselves back in this series, but RiZe Esports, they're looking to say no to that, as they will try and find an equalizer here.
Yes, but Dennis already transitioning out of defense with Exonic. Exonic looking for a double tap, but Broken is already on the back foot to deny him that shot. Snicks puts it in against the corner. Cass, great positioning from him as he puts Sharky in a difficult spot. He deals with it very well though. As now Exonic is again beaten by Sharky in the speed department. He can't get onto it. Exonic with a weird rotation, scaring Cass a bit, who can't fully commit to that one after that rotational mistake from Exonic. I see it now again, both teams and players clashing in the air multiple times in a row. Sharky looking for a doink on, confusing the defense. Snicks with the fake. Can Sharky get onto back of it? Nobody fakes his teammate. Broken. Exonic no boost, but it doesn't matter. He has the power for the goal. It's 2-0 now for Ascension Draco.
Oh my god, that was bizarre, that accidental fake. I don't know what was going through their minds, but it's resulted in a disaster here. It's a second goal for Exonic. That one was not nearly as fancy as the first, but he's going to take it nonetheless. And it's a 2-goal lead with 2 minutes on the clock. I still see there could be a way back for RiZe Esports. Their team with immense quality. They didn't show it with that fake. They're looking to show it again now.
They're looking to show it again indeed, as Exonic though shows how mechanics and transition play is going to be done by Draco, as he puts it solo past 2 defenders. Now Sharky puts it into the Ascension corner. Exonic, not a good touch here, but Broken with the shot. Cast! How did he miss that one? I was sure he's going to hit it with the side flip, but he didn't hit it, and Broken puts it in immediately after they went 2-0 down.
It seemed like a little bit of a shade of a team bump there that might have just let the ball thread the needle and find its way into the side of the net. 1 minute 42, it just took them 20 seconds to score their first goal. They have a bit more of that to play with if they're looking to try and complete the comeback. Sharky, hero of last game, can he open his account in this one? Not quite. Follow up from Snicks isn't going to be that good. Exonic, the hero of this game so far. From an Ascension Draco point of view, he's not going to be the one to do anything. It's actually Snicks who's found his way in. He found the bolt and he slipped open the lock and found himself a second goal of RiZe Esports. It's his first in this one.
Yeah, that pass from Broken, absolutely filthy passing play from RiZe Esports there, as they put it back and forth with Snicks and Broken, and again it's a 2-2-all game score, as now the RiZe Esports tries to use their momentum for a third, but Dennis will cut it out. Now he's on the side wall, looking for a drop down. Broken, well positioned on the back foot to deal with it. And now Exonic needs a strong 50 and gets a strong 50. However, Sharky's already there, passing to Snicks. Can he snipe Broken? No, he cannot. It's slightly out of his reach. That would have been nearly incredible passing play from RiZe Esports. However, the tech is still going on. It's broken there with another dunk. That's going wide of the net though. Now Snicks trying to put the pressure on again. Exonic calls off Cass, goes for the 50 with Sharky. Gets cleanly dunked, but the rollout is good. Broken fakes Cass, gets it over Exonic as well. But the Ascension players are all set up on the back post, so no worries for them in this situation. However, RiZe really trying to avoid overtime again. Sharky with the shot, it's slightly high though. They really want to get this done in regulation time.
Well, this feels like a retelling of the first game with the team's roles completely switched. This time it's going to be Ascension Draco who are forced to sit and guard their net as RiZe Esports, they're leading attack after attack and they found their way through. This tale is going to end differently as Broken has found his second one of the game. They were going for Broke, the pass was going for Broken, and I found him and he finds the center of the net.
Yeah, but he was heavily aided by both Exonic and Dennis, just completely whiffing that one. One of those two needed to make contact with the ball and they just couldn't do it, and now they will have to pay the price for it as Cass tries to get it over. Snicks is in very good position and just kills the ball instantly. RiZe Esports takes game 2 as well, and we're now entering sweep territory.
Yeah, RiZe Esports and Ascension Draco, only one place separating them in the league, but there's been a little bit of a gulf in terms of the game scores here as RiZe Esports have rushed to a 2-0 lead. It has been incredibly close. Both games almost in overtime. The second one was just 10 seconds short whenever Broken found the net to end, well, not the deadlock, but to end the impasse that was between the two teams. Ascension Draco, though, you wouldn't feel it would be out of place if they go on to win this game 3 and do a reverse sweep, because they have still been looking pretty good. Just a few moments of weakness being shown by Dennis. Exonic was incredibly strong that game, and I expect he will be going through the rest of this series.
Yeah, Exotic was very strong and Dennis a bit lacking in this game, but Cass also a bit awkward in rotation many times, but they are keeping it close, and even though it is 2-0, they can be very assured of that one. It is a close series, and they can definitely take a game of RiZe Esports here. It's very much in the realm of possibilities, but they need a strong start, and they need to score early goals and then sort out their mistakes. The defender needs to be a bit more patient on the back post, because I feel like sometimes they're just rushing it. They're thinking about going fast, and they're not asking themselves whether they should go fast.
Well, that's what happens when you live your life in the fast lane. Sometimes you're going to crash, and I hope that for Ascension Draco's sake they don't crash and burn in this series. They are 2-0 down, and I feel like they'd be very unlucky if they get swept. Let's start this game off on the right foot there. A decent attack is eventually thwarted, as it seems that RiZe Esports, they're looking to grow into this game as they have every game of this series so far.
Yeah, now Sharky looking for Broken amid. The pass is good, the shot is good, but the save is even better. Exonic, with the help of the post, keeps that one out and now transitions into offense, looking for Dennis, but he gets bumped by Snicks. Can recover with the pass mid. Snicks already there, and now the shot from Exonic is on target, but Sharky can also recover to make that one keep that one out of net. Cass had a lot of time to aim that shot, couldn't get a better shot on target there. The save quite easy in the end for both defenders, and now RiZe Esports trying to transition out of defense. Dennis is up, gets a huge touch in mid, Broken being forced up with pressure from Exonic as well. RiZe Esports need to clear their lines, because slowly but surely they will be running out of boost as Snicks gets a touch here, but Dennis already up to meet him in the air. Broken takes control, and now the pressure is already given up as he gets a pass up to Sharky. He only hits the upper 90, the woodwork on the upper 90. Not quite a goal for RiZe Esports in this situation.
Yeah, RiZe Esports, that was their first real attack after a solid period of defense, but one where they were just getting battered and bruised by the heavyweight Ascension Draco attackers. Exonic has been the hero so far. He's not yet to find a goal. He did have that one epic save. Be looking to build on this here, as it's actually Cass with the shot, should be easily saved. Broken's able to clear the ball away, but it doesn't look like they'll be able to build anything from it. Oh, saying that, Exonic set up Snicks, that's off the crossbar just about. The follow in from Sharky is going to go in though. He was quiet in the second game, he was the hero in the first, and it looks like we might be seeing a repeat of game number 1 from him.
It's the clean-up man's job, just lurking there in the third man position, looking for what his teammates going to do, looking what his opponents are going to do, and then deciding to pounce and put it into the top corner. with 4 shots. RiZe have taken the first goal, and now Ascension Draco are really on the back foot. They do have a hill to climb with this RiZe Esports team, who pinch it out now. Sharky and Snakes. Broken's already on the end of it. Looks for a pass mid to Sharky. All players miss. It's past friend and foe, but to no avail. It's not going in, but the pressure is still there, and Broken takes it in for the second goal of RiZe Esports.
Well, you mentioned mountains to climb, and the mountains just got a little bit bigger, and you'd wonder if the Dutch people, all of the Ascension Draco players, maybe they're not familiar with mountains. This is going to be incredibly difficult if they're going to make this one work.
Yes, indeed. The Dutch not known for the mountainous landscape. However, Exonic, well, he's British, so not much better going on there. So they will have to make new experiences here, get their mountain climbing gear onto to mount an attack on RiZe Esports, who are looking to put on the third goal. Broken only against the post. Snakes already up. Flip reset, gets it against a double tap, gets a triple tap. Can he get the goal? Not quite. Cass keeps it out somehow. That would have been an absolutely mad goal from Snakes.
Seemed to have the ball stuck to his feet. He couldn't get rid of it, and he couldn't quite turn it in. Cass was able to make the save. As Snakes, he'll look to try and provide for his teammates here with a pass. Ends up just taking it away from the defender, looking to start another attack. But instead, it's going to be a counter-attack. Saying that, Broken's managed to make some sort of a clearance, so it's very back and forth. But every second that this ball is hovering around the net, saying that, Sharky's found another. And that could well be that. That could be all she wrote. Ascension Draco, they could be out of this, and RiZe Esports are going to be making a statement and marching on towards the playoffs.
They are marching on to a top 2 finish indeed, and it's looking very, very difficult. The mountains are just getting bigger and bigger every second for Ascension Draco. Now, Dennis, they need a strong attack, and they need it quickly as well. Exotic tries to get it over one, gets it over one. Cass taking over. Exotic going for a bump on Snix. Can't get it, and Snix not only avoids the bump, but gets the save. Incredible effort from him against 2 players. As now Sharky transition against Broken. Can he get the double tap? He can, but it's against the crossbar. It's still out. It was nearly all the way in with 0 boost on the double tap. That has to be very, very painful for Broken, who just would have put the final nail in the coffin with that goal.
Well, we've been teased with so many great goals. They've just not been able to find the net. Sticks with some sort of double tap off the corner there, unable to quite find it. It's an epic save for Exonic. He's looking to try and build something, but he's just been murdered by Snicks in cold blood. And it looks like Ascension Draco's hopes in this series are going to be murdered as well, as there's another attack. The double commit could open something up, as Exonic is... I thought he was going to hit it into his own net. I thought he was a player on the other team there. Could have been shell-shocked, but he's found a pass to Dennis, and they're unable to make anything work. And this could be 4-0, and it is! Sharky, the super sub, with a hat-trick. What a substitution it has been, bringing him into this game.
Sharky, super sub indeed. Cass tries his best to keep it out, even speeds flip to try and get it out, doesn't do so, and with that it's 4-0. All previous games have been very close, but this one is a runaway game for RiZe Esports. And Sharky with a hat-trick, you said it, super sub coming into the series and just leaving an impression instantly in his first appearance.
Yeah, that's what you love to see. Whenever a sub comes in, it shows great depth, and they know they can make anything work. If some player can't make it, they can still win games easily. And this is the best team that could possibly be going up against the team that's currently sitting second in the league. They will still be second, having lost this game. There's still questions to be asked of whether they'll go top 2, as Exonic accidentally hits the ball mid-air and hits the ground. As RiZe Esports, they're going to hit their stride in this series. A sweep for them, the second sweep of the day. It's been a quick day on stream, but 2 very entertaining games, and RiZe Esports, they're the winners of this one.
And honestly, I didn't expect the sweep. Because the first 2 games were so close, I was like, surely Draco are going to take one now. Surely they will just get past the defense for once, but no. Every shot apart from one of the Draco shots in this last game needed to be saved, and RiZe with 12 shots of their own, only 3 saves coming out from Draco. So RiZe definitely with the stronger match, game 3. And especially Sharky with an incredible performance, coming in coming in as a substitute for Shadow and just taking over the stage in this game. So really, really strong performance from him and from RiZe Esports. And with that, I think they just have confirmed a top 2 finish, which of course is so important in ECC for these 2 conference divisions.
Yeah, definitely, and that's going to confirm that is the final game of the stream. 2 very quick ones, just 6 games of Rocket League, but no shortage of quality. Donkey Punch win the first one in Division 1. Division 2, a little bit further down, but 2 teams that were arguably better. It was Ascension Draco, who were taken out by RiZe Esports, who are currently going to be sitting pretty at the top of their division. I have been Blue Wolf. Joining me for this one has been Mact. If you
Yes,
have
and
anything to say, Max.
Yeah, just if you've enjoyed what you've seen and you're not already part of the ECC or Slipstream, just join our Discord and just check it out. The league is, as we said, in week 8, so at the tail end of the season. Next year is going to be starting in, I think, around June-ish, like June, mid-June, something around that. So if you have a team, get involved. If you don't have a team, we have a looking for teams section in our Discord as well to try and get involved. It's a good community, and it's great fun for players from like low champ, high diamond level to all the way up to SSL. So if you like what you've seen and you also want to get your games casted, just join the Discord and we'll do our best to get your games on stream. But that is it for now. 2 games, 2 sweeps, 6 really, really solid performances. That's what we love to see, and we'll see you in the next stream. Take care and goodbye.